So I saw an article today that I think it was the Surgeon General said something about how there might need to be a lot of social distancing for more than 14 days, which I think is probably likely because I think what's going to happen is we've basically started all social distancing this week, at least in my area. So that basically gives a 2 week period. So the virus has, from what I understand, a 2 week incubation period. So 2 weeks from basically earlier this week, 2 weeks from this past Monday, we're probably going to see if the numbers start to drop off in terms of the amount of people that are reported being infected. And so I think if we see a dramatic drop off and we know that a lot less people are getting infected, then we can probably ease up on the social distancing restrictions in terms of like closing restaurants, because obviously those people need to start making money and they're completely screwed over right now and having to lay off a ton of people. So I think that's best case scenario. 2 weeks things start to open up a little bit more. More realistically, I think it's probably going to be about a month. I think worst case scenario probably about 6 weeks, because what we don't want to have happen, or what I think would probably be a really poor scenario, is if we, let's say in 2 weeks, we go back to normal or almost normal. A lot of people go back to normal. And then another 2 weeks from there, we see another massive influx in the people that are getting sent to the hospital. And they're still incredibly overwhelmed and they can't do anything, and a ton of people are still dying. So then we shut down everything again. Then happening 2 times, I think it'd be a lot easier on a lot of people if it just happened once for a longer period of time, and then things can just go back to normal and we don't have to worry about shutting down again. Even if things did start to get things shut down and then hospital systems were still screwed, I don't think we would even be able to shut it down again. I don't think people would really go for that. But who knows? I guess it really just depends on how bad it actually gets. Which right now no one really has any idea. I think after these 2 weeks we'll really know for sure. Because, well, yeah, assuming that's the right incubation period. So 2 weeks from now, maybe we'll see the curve drop off. Maybe it's already dropping off. I don't even know. I don't think anyone really knows. I think there's a delay in the reporting. But at this point, I think in my area, we have over a dozen now, maybe close to 15 confirmed cases in the county. And they're talking about doing the restrictions that San Francisco is doing, where they're basically just telling people they're called like shelter in place restrictions. So basically, if you're leaving your house for any reason that's considered non-essential, like you're not going to the grocery store or anything like that, something that you absolutely need to do, then you can get a misdemeanor. Which, yeah, I don't know how much that's actually going to help. I think it'll be a good in helping to shut down a lot of social gatherings that are probably going to spread the virus even more. But I did see something. I mean, they're not going to give you a misdemeanor if you're going for a walk or you're going outside for a run, so it's not the end of the world. Like, you're still going to be able to leave your house. So doing that, but I don't know if that's actually going to come to my area. I think it might be at least another week before they do something like that. And then for probably the next, if I were to bet, I'd probably say the next month we're all going to be pretty much locked up, social distancing. And then probably after a month, maybe we'll try to go back to normal, depending on how that curve is. If the curve's flattening out, I think the hospital system's still going to be completely overwhelmed, honestly. But we're just going to have to open up stuff back at some point. Maybe not everyone's going to go back to normal, but I think a lot of people are going to start going back to the normal stuff. They're going to ease up the restrictions on restaurants and bars. That's really not that bad of a scenario. Just 1 month of this, I think that's definitely doable for a lot of people. For some people, it's not going to be doable, and I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I don't know. Me personally, I'll be fine. My gym closed the other day, but I've been doing home workouts, going for a run, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I'll give another update tomorrow. We'll see how things are looking then.